We're in our regular caucus meeting Wednesday morning, like every Wednesday morning. We're on one side of the Hall of Honor, the Conservatives are on the other side of the Hall of Honor, and about an hour in, we all heard, but I heard these noises that didn't sound like gunshots, but your brain doesn't go there because you don't think it's gunshots, right? It's not a natural thing to leap to. It sounded like a commotion, like a bang, like an echoey bang, and then a security guard came in immediately, and he barricaded the door with his body, and he motioned for us all to get down, and we did. So at that point, I actually thought the noise was like a protest. I thought people were banging things, and there was just something happening behind the door. But then he made like a rifle motion with his hands, and then we realized, no, those are gunshots. So we all got down, got away from the doors, tried to get to the walls really quickly, really quietly, and then as quickly and quietly as possible, try and move things in front of the doors. Some of my colleagues pulled tables across, but at the same time trying not to be in front of the door. It was scary, but the shots just kept going and going. They didn't seem to end. It seemed like an eternity. Eventually the shots stopped. We had some quiet and still, and I think another security guard came in. There's several doors to the room. It's quite a large room, and I'm pretty sure another security guard came in. At some point, a security guard came and said, "We gotta go," and took us out through a side door. We didn't run, but got out as quickly as we could, and they ushered us out. As soon as you hit the doors, the hallways filled with the smell of gunpowder, that metallic smell. It was pretty thick in the air, and so we ran down the hall, and there's a tunnel that leads from Center Block, and they took us down into the tunnel.
Down at the East Block?
Down at the East Block.
Yeah.
We got split into two different groups. I didn't know what was happening with the other group, but I knew they were safe. So I was with about maybe 40 MPs, the translators who were in the room with us, and some other House of Commons staff. And for 10 hours we were in that room. For many hours we were under tables in that room in the dark because the room wasn't secure. We didn't know that the room was secure. So we were quiet and still and trying to be safe.
Have you had time to reflect, I suppose you have, on what it means, or if it means anything, that members of Parliament, this person, I don't know if you've seen the video, but he got right down the middle of the hallway, right down to the library.
Yeah.
You're on one side and the Tories are on the other.
I mean, I'm a little overwhelmed right now thinking about all of it. I will say that Parliament belongs to all Canadians. I know things are going to have to change when it comes to security, but at the same time it breaks my heart a bit that it does have to change. I mean, it belongs to us, all of us, and I love the fact that anyone can just come and visit the Hill. I think this was an extreme circumstance. I don't have a lot of those answers right now. We'll start piecing it all together, but I recognize things are going to have to change. But it breaks my heart in a little way.
How do you feel?
Well, with a natural adrenaline rush, there's a crash, so I'm pretty tired. We're all pretty tired. We've been in lockdown for 10 hours, and we've been cut off from everything, right? Really, Twitter was how we stayed in touch with what was going on. We had really spotty cell reception because the walls are so thick there in East Block. Hiding under a table with your colleagues for hours on end is not the nicest way to spend the day, but at least we were safe, and we get to go home. So I'm pretty happy about that.